Hello, friends and beautiful people. It is Kathryn and Elevated Consciousness Coach, 5D Visionary, Conscious Creatrix, and welcome to this week's weekly energy check-in for November 10th, November 11th, basically, the week of the 11/11 portal. We're going to make that the focus of today's talk because we are, with this approaching full moon, experiencing such powerful, palpable, electric energy, and it's a really exciting time to make the most of this 11/11 portal and the energies that are flowing right now and are going to continue to flow throughout the week. And it really is a special time, especially for someone like me who geeks out big time on talking about time and talking about timelines and how to transcend timelines and how to opt out of the 3D time matrix. If you've been paying attention to my lives at all, you know that I've been talking a lot about the Timelines Expanded Masterclass and opting out of time. So this particular portal, this particular container of transformation this week is really about stepping out of space and time. And it is through all of the, let's just say, planetary transits and the constellation transits, and we've got meteor showers, and we have an uptick in the Schumann resonance as usual. That's kind of the normal these days for us. There is this incredible, not only the numerological, mystical power of 11/11 happening, but with all of this transits that are happening, especially the rare Mercury transit that's happening. We've got a Taurus full moon, so much palpable energy, so many things percolating under the surface. And with the apex of the 11/11 portal tomorrow, which is Monday, there is such an incredible amount of synchronicity, serendipity, the ability to opt out of where we may be investing our energy in exploring timelines that are already quote-unquote past. Or we still have an energetic investment in something where we could have played out some scenario, situation, event differently, but didn't, but we're still holding on to the energetic investment of that through overthinking and opting into kind of lower thought forms around that. This is really a time for you to just step into that energy and redefine it for yourself. You can really pretend and really play with different veils of consciousness here and kind of step out, let's just say, in this 11/11 portal from a veil of consciousness where you feel it's been keeping you asleep, where it's been keeping you feeling exhausted. Many of us feel like we've been fighting against outcomes, and we just feel exhausted. We feel spent energetically. And it's because you're throwing a net out in your energy toward a lot of different timelines that aren't serving you anymore. So this portal is really operating in such a way where it is giving you an opportunity to stand out of space and time, or what you think of as the 3D time matrix, where everything is linear. Everything's on a continuum. This is an opportunity to reconnect with, let's just say, a past event that is haunting you, that's kind of owning you energetically. Go and redefine it. Sit with the energy, sit with the emotion, redefine it. Make a different decision where you can kind of play with moving outside of the 3D time matrix and changing a situation by how you're perceiving it in the now. If you want to know more about that, you should watch my YouTube video, Can You Change Your Past? Hello to all who's joining. Hello. This also, because we have this approaching full moon and the Mercury transit that's happening. The full moon is in Taurus, so that kind of unites us with some of the, let's just say, material intentions that we have. It may seem superficial, but let's get away from this idea that it's superficial to desire something that can sustain you in some way in the long term. And that could be money, it could be love, it could be having a new home, it could be having a new reliable means of transportation, a new car, a new motorcycle, hey, whatever that is for you. Wanting those things in the material to help bring you the support that you need to do the great and grand things that you're here to do at this time. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? And in this time of Mercury, which is a planet of communication, the more you are giving voice, literally putting your vocal intent behind what it is that you want, this is such a powerful time for that. And because we have the 1111 portal, where we are aligning with synchronicity and serendipities and divine opportunities for our betterment, for us stepping into the highest expression of self, you have all of this wonderful cocktail of symmetry that is happening for you. Use it, but don't just write down your intentions, although it is a very powerful thing to do that, but speak them out loud. Say them to yourself, say them to a friend, say them to your dog, say them to your cat. It doesn't matter. But the power of your vocal intention during this powerful portal of 1111, this whole week as a matter of fact, not just tomorrow, will give rise to, let's just say, the materializing of these intentions in the physical at a much more accelerated rate. So that also accelerates anytime you take an intention that you're just holding in the mental matter of your fourth dimension and writing it down on paper, bringing it into the second dimension, or speaking it out loud, bringing it into the second dimension. You are going through a dimensional shift. And anytime you do that, you are stretching your consciousness. Anytime you stretch your consciousness, you are stretching the limits of what you used to think was possible. This is always good. This is always wonderful. This is always soul expanding, okay? So this is a really good day tomorrow to, if you're not doing it already, to really just sit and visualize and reflect on the life that you want to live. You know, think about the person that is the highest and best expression of you. Give vocal rise to those intentions by putting your voice behind something and saying it, not like you're bartering with the universe for what you want, not like you're asking for a favor from the universe. Command it into being by speaking it, and speaking it with full confidence, using the full roar of your voice and putting that behind your intention. This is a powerful, powerful week for doing that. You want to show up in the things that you want to show up in the physical right now. You can jump start the big action that you will take, let's just say, towards, after Mercury is done in its retrograde. A lot of people will tell you don't take big action during Mercury retrograde. I sometimes kind of sort of agree with that. But we can't live our lives by, this kind of fear of like, don't do that, it's Mercury retrograde, or don't travel, or don't sign a contract, or whatever. I'm never going to be that kind of elevated consciousness coach that is going to keep you in a minimized level of consciousness in that way. That's not my MO. That's not what I do. But I will tell you that there is a time here, this portal, where it's really about being in this incubation period. It is really about, doing all the work behind the scenes first. Laying out a timeline for taking the big action is more optimized during this time. And also using your voice to give rise to that vocal intention behind what you wish to create is also very powerful. But this is a time to just sit and be with the things that you want to achieve. Be in the feeling space of it, as if it's already showed up. How would that feel for you to have that benefit in your life, to have some manifestation show up in the physical and benefit you in the now? How would that feel as if it was happening in real time? Sit with that energy, okay? And also because we have a lot of focus coming down the pike since we are closing out this calendar year of 2019 and we are moving into a very, very powerful incubator of transformation, a pivot year for many of us, which is 2020. The way our lives look, the way they feel, the people in our lives, the opportunities presenting themselves, it's all shifting in a major, major, major way in 2020. We already feel that, we're already kind of seeing this birthing into being, and we can honestly say, many of us, that the way our lives look and feel now is very different than, let's just say, a year ago, 2 years ago, certainly 5 years ago. Think of that level of accelerated growth on your spiritual or human awakening, and then make that times 10 or maybe times 20, because that's what 2020 is going to feel like. In terms of numerology, this is a number 4 year, but it's amplified by 2 zeros. And 0 is always an amplifying number in numerology. It kind of just brings everything up to a super magnified, super amplified level. That's what 2020 has in store for us. And it's not something to, put fear in your heart or make you feel like, I really got to get going on this. It shouldn't be this feeling like you are rushed or that you have to put all the pieces in place right now. But it is a place where the visualization and being with the feeling of what you want should really start now. And I don't like to use the word should, and I just did, and I apologize for that. But it behooves you, let's just say, to start putting the energetic, let's just say push or the nudge behind the big actions that you're going to take. When towards the end, I think Mercury is done with its retrograde at the end of this month, but that is a time where you're going to feel like the biggest push at the end of this month, and as we reach the next 4 or 5, or I should say the last 4 or 5 weeks of 2019, you're going to feel not only those things, those manifestations coming into material form, and an extreme sense of gratitude and appreciation for that. There's nothing that says you can't start feeling that gratitude and appreciation now, as if it has shown up right now. What does this do? It creates a huge energetic push that allows alignment to happen. Alignment in the sense of those perfect people in your tribe that are lining up for you. Be in that place of gratitude and appreciation right now as if they're already there. That material thing that you want to manifest that's going to give you the more support, the resources, the tool that you need to help carry out your bigger mission, your bigger purpose for 2020. Be happy, be appreciative and grateful as if it's here right now. When we come to the culmination of the end of November, this will all be, let's just say, the momentum that creates the big push for you to have like nudge from the universe on your backside that says, okay, now go do what you said you were going to do. This is huge for you. This is helpful for you. And this is going to put you on the ground running in 2020. When we hit that January 1st marker of 2020, you're going to feel like, I'm already doing the work. I've already got my goals down. I've already got my clarity. I've already got my momentum. I've already got my, all the tools and tricks that help me stay out of procrastination. This is the time, the planning, the incubating, getting everything going behind the scenes so that you can hit the ground running in 2020. And even earlier than that, at the end of this month, around the 29th, the 30th of this month, you're going to feel a huge push in this wave of momentum, inspiration, divine action taking on your part. It's all going to kind of blow up big time. And whatever rituals you like, this is a great time for engaging in ritual, something that feels like ceremony for you. So maybe just sitting and visualizing, you feel like, but I can do more with that. Great, light a candle. Do an invocation. Call your guides forth. Maybe do some exploring with your dragons. We all have dragons that help us in the 4th dimension. They are elementals that help us work with the things that create something tangible in the earthly realm, which is earth, air, fire, and water. Your dragons help you do that. Call them forth. Ask what their names are. They are here to help you. They love to help. So if you feel like, I'm kind of lost right now, like I feel this kind of surge of like momentum, I don't know where to start. Call forth more of your spiritual team. Maybe you have guardian angels that you love to work with. Call forth your elementals. Maybe you have dragons that you like to work with, or any other kind of elemental or Devic energies. This is a great time to work with the 4th dimension. We don't want to get lost or stuck there because there's a lot of illusion that still happens in the 4th dimension, kind of like 3D, and it can be a very seductive place to hang out. So resist the urge to get stuck in the 4th dimension, but do call forth your elementals, ascended masters, some members of the angelic realm, the dragons who exist in that dimensional realm of reality to help you. That's pretty much it. It's an exciting time. This is going to be an exciting week for many of you. Remember, you are in a time of profound incubation for what is yet to come, what still has yet to pass. It is okay for you to be in a place right now where I'm not taking huge action. Maybe that's not aligned for you. Maybe what is aligned for you right now is getting clarity, getting crystal clear on what it is that you do want. Sometimes that starts with, well, here's what I don't want anymore, but we don't want to stay there. Anytime we focus too much on what we don't want, in a way we're energetically calling more of that forth. So just use that as a staging area for you figuring out what you don't want. And then figure out, okay, well, if this is what I don't want, what is the opposite of that? Invest your energy in that vessel and put your profound, let's say, ability that is presenting itself at this time into the visualization. visualization, the feeling of it. Feel it in your body, feel it in your cells. Take it down to the DNA level and say to yourself, I can feel my DNA transforming with this change that is coming. I already have the appreciation and gratitude for it as if it's already here. Don't be surprised at what happens when you line up with those energies and take this amazing cosmic opportunity with all of the amazing transits and all the planetary movement that's happening right now. Don't be afraid at what will line up for you. And you may be surprised a little bit and kind of in shock and awe. And sometimes that can put us into fear because it's so unfamiliar to what we have seen or known before. Don't let this fear overtake you. That fear is just an illusion. Let yourself be lit up from within about something coming to pass that is far greater than you could ever even imagine or wrap your head around at this particular time in your life. Just know that it's aligned for you. It wouldn't be showing up for you if you weren't aligned with the opportunity to receive it. So blessings this week and love to you all. Love and peace.